Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative News Update. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rajkumar. Today, I'm highlighting news from the Bahamas. The Bahamian government has taken a major step forward by acquiring all outstanding shares of the Grand Bahama Power Company through a special purpose vehicle named the Grand Bahama Electricity Company. Announced by Prime Minister Philip Davis during a ceremonial signing, the all-cash transaction, all cash, was funded via a consortium of banks led by Standard Chartered alongside Scotiabank, my bank, and Royal Bank Bahamas, fully backed by a government guarantee. By transitioning GB Power to the national tariff schedule, officials promised an average 37% reduction in electricity costs. That is significant for consumers and for citizens of that country, people. This is really wonderful news. Let's just hope that they don't end up, before I go on with the news report, let's just hope that they don't end up mismanaging this company, because you know that's what a lot of state officials usually do. They appoint board members who don't know what the heck they're doing, and then the company starts to collapse, okay, goes into debt and so forth, isn't functioning the way it should. And then the first alternative they have is to shut down or to sell it. So you don't go and privatize it again. Find new management and hold the individuals accountable for their actions who are either stealing money or whatsoever, mismanaging the company. By transitioning GB Power to the national tariff schedule, officials promise an average 37% reduction in electricity costs for local consumers. Aiming to lower the cost of living, definitely it will, boost business competitiveness, and fully integrate Grand Bahama into the broader national energy strategy. Remember, it's businesses and homes use electricity. And therefore, when the cost of electricity reduces, definitely it's going to affect the cost of production, and therefore certain prices of goods and services could be reduced to an extent as well. Just like the same way with fuel, right, for vehicles. Under the new structure, the jobs and benefits of existing employees remain secure, and the Bahamian management team will stay in place to ensure operational continuity. So at least no one is going to be losing their jobs, and that is that is just as good news. That is wonderful news. By slashing operational overhead, the restructuring aims to enhance Grand Bahama's investment climate and stimulate economic growth, alongside plans to modernize the energy grid for improved resilience. This intervention addresses years of high costs and hurricane-related damage, establishing a more stable foundation for both residents and commercial enterprises. Once again, I will close with this. I just hope that now that they have full ownership of this electricity company, you're not going to end up putting it in the hands of some, as we say, dotish person that doesn't have the capability of managing such a company, to end up causing it to collapse and flop. F-L-O-P, I said. Okay then. So let's just see where things go there. But for now, that's good news for the citizens of the Bahamas.
Well, Grand Bahama Power Company has completed its equity rate adjustment, with more than 98% of commercial customers expected to benefit from lower electricity bills beginning with the July billing cycle. The company says the changes include a new fixed rate of 14.5 cents per kilowatt hour for commercial customers, along with the elimination of the KVA demand charges. General service customers will also see reduced rates, with customers encouraged to review their July bills for applied credits. Tonight, Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce President Ralph Hepburn is welcoming the move, highlighting the potential savings for businesses and the positive impact the adjustments could have on operating costs across the island, that is.
Anything that comes across with a reduction in costs is a savings and welcome news to both residents and businesses. It affects businesses because businesses now, their operating costs has been reduced so they can have a little comfort in dealing with meeting their product levels demand, being able to cater to their guests in a more comfortable environment and having a clearer head and mindset moving forward. Families can feel at ease knowing that they don't have to worry in terms of prioritizing power over education or power over food or power over rent or mortgage.
Well, the GB Chamber chief says he has personally seen some reductions in his own electricity costs. However, he says he's still awaiting feedback from customers in the Grand Bahama community to determine whether they are experiencing similar savings.
Bill, we just can't compare this month to last month. There's certain things you have to take into consideration. One is the number of days of the reading of your bill, how many days involved in that period. Two, your actual consumption in terms of how much power you use this period compared to last period, and your kWh per day rating. Because if, like, for instance, if our power rating this month, our usage was 9,500 compared to last month, which was 91. So looking at that and comparing it, breaking it down, I can see a reduction. But certain people might have had a lower usage last month compared to a higher usage this month and don't see the level they were expecting. But then they have to make sure they analyze it properly in terms of consumption versus the actual cost that goes with the consumption.
Weather report for Trinidad and Tobago on Monday, July 20, 2026. On Monday, July 20, 2026, Trinidad and Tobago will experience fair to partly cloudy, hazy and occasionally breezy conditions with a high temperature of 28 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius and a low of 24 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. The day's weather will be heavily influenced by a significant concentration of Saharan dust, which will create hazy skies throughout the region. The Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service advises that a high concentration of Saharan dust will be present. Persons with respiratory ailments or sensitivities should take necessary health precautions. Gentle to moderate breezes will blow from the east to southeast at 5 to 40 kilometers per hour with a possibility of occasional strong gusts. High humidity levels fluctuating between 70% to 90% will cause the temperature to feel like 34 degrees Celsius during peak afternoon hours. Seas will remain moderate with open water waves hitting heights of 1.5 to 2.0 meters. Sheltered areas will stay calm near 1.0 meter but may experience brief choppiness if localized gusts occur. Bible quote of the day. Psalm 63 1-3. Earnestly seeking God in a dry land. You, God, are my God, earnestly I seek you, I thirst for you, my whole being longs for you, in a dry and parched land where there is no water. I have seen you in the sanctuary and beheld your power and your glory. Because your love is better than life, my lips will glorify you.
Folks, that brings us to the end of today's news update. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed and stay safe most of all. In Jesus' name.